Alright guys, BLM here, we're back with more Shadow of War. We're continuing on. We're finally starting to get the hang of this game, I feel like. We have a whole bunch of quests available. We have Blood Sport here, which is probably the one we're going to do next. We have The Chosen. Oh, and also the Tower of... when did that get there? That's new, isn't it? But whatever, there's this. There's also, yeah, this mission here, and then there's the 3 siege missions that we still need to do. This one we can't do yet, though, but I'm assuming we can after we do all these other missions, because again, there's a lot of missions that take place here. So I'm assuming, though, like, we'll be able to do siege after we do all these other missions, but we'll see. Is there no fast travel point? Okay, there isn't, but I feel like we still might as well fast travel here. The thing about this game is that fast traveling is actually worth it. A lot of the time, like, even if you're even if you're not that far away, it's still worth it to fast travel, because again, fast traveling is super quick in this game. I think a lot of that's because obviously the maps are much smaller. It's not loading an entire open world like The Witcher 3 or like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, where the loading times are fucking ridiculous. Where there you really have to like decide whether it's worth it or not to fast travel. What the fuck was that? Well, it's like with this game, it's like you might as well just fast travel every opportunity. So yeah, at the end, last episode I was talking about the year 2018 in Survivor, and I guess I'll continue doing that because I never actually finished. So I was like ranking the seasons again. I think, and I already talked through 3 through 5. I think the worst season of the year was Ghost Island. I mean, the thing is, like, actually, should I include Maryland? Maryland All Stars? Like, is that included? I don't know if it really is. Again, a fan-made show, I feel like, is completely different. But if we're including Maryland, I think Maryland's pretty fucking high too. But I mean, like, okay, just the televised versions. Again, the 5 televised seasons of the show. What is this? Did I go the wrong way? No, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, I think I might have went the wrong way. Oh, or not? Wait, what the fuck? Okay, this was probably a mistake. Oh no, it isn't. The mission's actually right there. Okay, I'm assuming we're gonna have to fight in that arena or something. Israel's alive, but no one survives, and we're for long. Investigate. Okay, yeah, fight pits. So yeah, I think Ghost Island's at the bottom, then New Zealand, then Australia, and I went into detail of why in the last episode, but then 1 and 2 are tough, Ghost Island and South Africa. I think for me, I think Ghost Island is probably maybe number 1. I don't know, it's tough. I think it's, I think Ghost Island, I mean, David vs. Goliath. David vs. Goliath and South Africa, whatever. David vs. Goliath, I think, might be number 1. I don't know. To be honest, I think in my ranking that I have online, I do think I have David vs. Goliath at number 1. But actually, to be honest, I thought about it a bit more because, like, I was like listening to a podcast about it, and that's why I'm talking about it. And I think really, I think it might be the opposite for me at this point. I think maybe I do think. You kill my beastie. South Africa is the better season. Like, to be honest, I was never as big of a fan of David vs. Goliath as other people. I think it's a great season. I have it in my top 10. Mind you, barely in my top 10, but I do still have it in my top 10. But I think in retrospect, I don't know, I think it's good, but it's not without its flaws, and I do think South Africa might be better. The thing is, I think there's more episodes in South Africa that are mediocre than in David vs. Goliath, but I think at the same time, and I think like David vs. Goliath has a higher high, and I think the John boot is one of the best moments in Survivor history for me. Like one of the best, I shouldn't say one of the best moments, but one of the best votes in Survivor history, just with everything that's going on during that. And to be honest, I mean, you could say like a similar thing for the Shawnee vote, but again, Shawnee's vote like ended with a pretty predictable boot though, and I think that's the issue with that. While obviously the John boot just came out of left field, where unless you were really paying attention to the edit, you would not even suspected that John was even in the running to be taken out. Like, I came into that episode thinking, okay, so, I'm thinking Kara is going home. Like, I thought Kara was gonna be the one blindsided with the idol. But instead it was John. Okay. Okay.
So much pain. Come closer. I take pain away.
Sure. So, ah, shit. I'm kind of thinking South Africa might be my favorite season at this point, though. Because South Africa has so many great moments. I mean, Negative vs. Goliath 2. I don't know. I think it's very tough between those two seasons. Yeah, like, just a complete clusterfuck that was South Africa. It's so, especially having, like, Tom as a winner, is so fucking funny. Okay. Oh, what the fuck? I hit it, I thought. Fuck. Oh my god, just barely. Shame. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I think South Africa might be #1 for me. In Russia, but again, I think it's close though. It really is. I think it's super close. Yeah, I think the end game, like the last, like from final, like what? I mean, the thing is though, South Africa had a pretty boring stretch of the Tony and PK votes being pretty bad in my opinion.
Not leaving Mordor.
Like the Palessa vote was fine. Because again, Palessa got blindsided from Idol somehow. And then the
We'll speak of this later.
the Werner, I mean not the Werner vote, the Shawnee vote, where the Werner vote was fine too, but I mean where Werner, who's it? Werner, Palessa, and PK all played their idols, and
Not by you.
became a 1-1 to 0-0 tie.
Not by anyone.
And then Shawnee goes home in the Reed vote, which again is really great, but the problem is Shawnee still goes home. Like if it had been like 1-1 to 0-0, where like I don't know, like Tony, or I don't know, probably not Tony. Probably something like Jean or Katinka would have been the one that got the boot there. I think that would have been a pretty great thing.
Reinforcements will be here soon.
But with Shawnee getting the boot, who was like the person who was probably going home anyway. I mean, like going home next anyway. It's like, eh. There we go. Well, that didn't take long at all.
She's a true warrior. She fears nothing anymore.
Okay, we're level 16.
That's the problem.
So we got a skill point as well. What should we use it on? Like, what's the new thing down? What was this? Wait, okay. What is the shadow mount? No, we're not gonna bother with that. I think we should get something over here. Detonate? I don't know. Maybe this. That might be a mistake actually. But oh well, whatever. So yeah, okay. Next quest. I guess we might as well do these. I guess. So I just realized those blue symbols. That indicates like that the quest is in our area, right? No, I just realized that. That's what that probably means. So, yeah, well, we might as well finish up this area and then move on to do it by area, I guess. Do it by region, whatever they want to call it.
Will never leave Mordor. She will fight.
Okay, wait, let's look at the, where's this on the map? Okay, we can fast travel here. Yeah, alright, what else was there to talk about? yeah, ranking the winners from this year. I think for me that's a pretty easy exercise as well. I think 1 and 2 are a bit close. I think Wendell and Lisa are 1 and 2, and I think they're a bit close. I think I would give the edge to Lisa though, because I feel like Lisa was more blatantly making moves over Wendell, who kind of was more so in the background and allowed Dominic to make the moves. So it's like I kind of feel like while Wendell's still like I have trouble calling Wendell a dominant winner though, because a lot of people say, oh, it's Dominic and Wendell, but it's like we never actually see Wendell actually doing any of the dominance. Like they talk about it as if he's dominant, but like we always see Dominic being the one to execute the plans. We do see them like talk together and talk about strategy and stuff, but it's like it's always Dominic the one that's doing the actual things. So I kind of feel like I don't know. That's why like I just feel like Wendell's win is just so hard to rank for me because of that sort of distinguishing. Because like by the way people talk about it, yeah, he's a top tier winner. But like by what I've actually seen, like he's kind of a middle tier winner. So it's like I think where I have him right now, I think I have him like at the top of the middle tier, and I think that's probably where he stands for right now. But whatever. In terms of the grand scheme of Survivor, I'm talking about, like he's like upper middle tier.
Every ranger likes to hunt.
Yeah, so I think it's Lisa, then Wendell, and then doing Lisa's win. I also have some issues with. I think Lisa's probably the best international winner. If not her, then probably like someone like Rob Dixon.
So we work by stealth and speed.
Oh, we're supposed to do this? Oh, we're supposed to do these other ones. I'm trying to think like who else would be up there. I mean, like I think Graham is pretty high as well. I think Lisa and Graham are probably in the same sort of category. Where like, yeah, they're dominant wins, but they're flawed dominant wins. Where there were definitely opportunities where they could have completely fucked themselves over. And
every piece of Gondor we take
like, I
back
think
from them.
like Rob Dixon might be the best international winner because again, Rob Dixon
You understand that Baranor
played a completely dominant game. Like there's never a point where Rob Dixon was really even in danger. I mean, he did, but the problem, the slight problem I have with Rob Dixon is that obviously he did piss off the jury. If you don't know who Rob Dixon is, he's the winner of the original season of Australian Survivor, the season that people try to forget about. But yeah, he's a very dominant winner. He's sadly passed away, died in a car accident, I believe, which is a shame because he seemed like a really nice guy and everything. But and again, he was a really good player as well, like a really savvy player. I mean, up until that point where like when this was airing. Because this aired in okay, wait, fuck. So might as well collect this, I guess. Yeah, I mean, like considering that came out in Marquesas during, I mean, like that season was around the time of Survivor Marquesas. Rob Dixon's easily the best winner up until that point, and I think Rob Dixon's a better version of Brian Heidick, where again both dominant wins, both had complete control over their tribes, over their alliances. Mind you, I think Brian Heidick is more willing to stab someone in the back more blatantly. At the same time, I think Rob Dixon is more likable than Brian Heidick. Where Brian Heidick won because people hated his opponent. Rob Dixon won because people legitimately loved Rob Dixon. And mind you, he did piss off a couple people, like 2 people in particular that thought that they were in a final, like was that final 5 or 6? I don't remember anymore. Yeah, it was at final 6, he blindsided a group of people that, because I mean, like he essentially had 2 groups, like he essentially had 2 final 3s, and he had to pick between one, and like the side that he didn't pick obviously got super pissed. But it's like, again, it's kind of a necessary evil, and he was still able to get one of those 2 people's votes. at the end of the day. So, and he won a 5-2 vote. I mean, with the 2 votes that he didn't get being one person that was like super close to his opponent. So it's like that's kind of an obvious thing. Where are the bushes that we're supposed to be hiding in? Here? There we go. Yeah, so one of them being a super close ally to the person that he was in the final 2 with, and the other person being one of the people that he directly blindsided. So it's like everyone else voted for him, and again, I think he's such a dominant win. But again, this doesn't even fucking matter. I don't know how the fuck I got into this. I think it was Lisa, right? I was talking about Lisa was the best winner, international winner. But actually, I think Rob Dixon's probably the best international winner in terms of gameplay. And then,
I can still smell it. We're close.
oh really, that worked? Shame. But yeah, I think the winners of this year, yeah, I think it's Lisa, then Wendell. That was super fucking easy. I think it's Lisa, then Wendell, then Nick,
I'd say that
then
would be
Shane,
a
then
successful
Tom, which I think was most of the people's rankings. I think.
Hardly remember this scared young
I think Wendell and Lisa are like are interchangeable. I think the other
the one that
ones are
saved your life
pretty
from
solid. Because I mean, Shane and Tom, like Tom's one's another tough one to really rank because like everything Tom did shouldn't have worked, but somehow it did, and I don't know. I think that's tough to rank for me, but again, he is still a bottom tier winner. Okay, that was a short mission. Got another skill point, so he leveled up again.
We should catch up with Baranor, see how he is faring.
Talion Minas Ithil is lost, but Mordor can be ours.
The wages of war. Okay, what should we get now? Oh, we haven't gotten this. Let's get this. Okay, so, well, we're only 17 minutes in. Okay, let's do this one now, I guess. Okay. So fast travel here. Yeah, what else was I talking about?
Baranor's scouts
Yeah,
were
Tom.
found
Okay, yeah. So I think that's the ranking of the winners. When it comes to best player of the year, I feel like that's the much more interesting conversation. Because I don't really know. I think it's really tough. I think with Ghost Island, I think Wendell is in the conversation, obviously. I think Dominic is in the conversation. And that might be it. I mean, like, they made, like, on the survey, supposedly, they made you rank the top 10. And it's like, I don't know, it might be tough, actually. Alright, well, you know, actually, I forgot, I need to do something for a second. I'll be back in probably literally 1 minute, if that. Alright. Okay, I thought I would only take a minute. I guess it was 3 minutes. Whatever, we're back. Alright, let's continue on. We'll start this mission. I guess we're doing 3 missions in this episode, but whatever. Okay. This is pretty short, though. But, yeah, I mean, continue with the Survivor talk. Again, players of the season, of the year, I think it's a bit tough. I think the ones that, like, obviously Dominic and Wendell easily, like, they're definitely in the conversation. Obviously, again, if I'm doing like a top 10 ranking, I think Kellen has the, like, I think there's a debate for Kellen. I think there's a debate for Michael possibly being on the list. I think that's about it, though. I don't think anyone else from Ghost Island would even come close. Yeah, on the podcast, they talked about how there was a clear 4 for the year, and I agree with them, with it being Dominic, Wendell, Dominic, Wendell, Lisa, and Werner, and I feel like that's the clear final. I think that's a clear 4 to me as well. Now, I don't know what the order would be, though. I think that's the tough thing. Like, obviously, like, a lot of people are inclined to say, oh, Wendell is the best player. I don't know. I mean, I think Wendell is the better player than Dominic. I mean, and the thing is, I would have personally voted for Dominic. I've said this many times on the podcast, in these videos, that I would have voted for Dominic over Wendell if I was in that final 3. If I was on that jury. However, I do think Wendell is the better overall player, though, because I feel like in terms of who would do well more times and not, like, I think there's definitely possibilities. Like, I think there's definitely times where Dominic is, like, within, like, is a boot in pre-merge and stuff. Well, I don't think there's almost any situation where Wendell is ever the boot pre-merge. I think more than likely than not, again, I think Wendell was the consensus winner pick before the season, and he was my winner pick. And I think, again, it's because he just seems like the type of guy that would do well at almost any season he's ever on. And yeah, I mean, like, I think Wendell is the better player. However, in terms of who played the best game, that's what I'm kind of looking at, I think, with this, because I think best player is kind of a different conversation. Of, like, best player is more so, to me, who would do well the majority of the time that they were to ever play. While with, like, in a random group of people, like, how well would they play each time? So, I mean, that's kind of how I would rank best player, while I think this is kind of more so who played the best game this season, or this year. And I think for me, I think my answer is Dominic. I think it's Dominic, and then I think after that, it might be Werner for me, even before, sorry, I'm moving around here, even before Wendell. I think Wendell's third. Is he, though? No, actually, I think Lisa's third, right? Because I had Lisa as a higher ranked winner. I still stand by that. So yeah, I think Wendell might be fourth. But, again, Wendell still played a pretty good game as well. I mean, again, even though I do think Dominic played a stronger game overall, that's pretty funny. Like, it's still not, like, it's like Dominic, in my opinion, played like a 9 out of 10 game. Wendell played like an 8 out of 10 game. Like, it's not that much of a, or even that, like, when Dominic played a 9 out of 10 game, Wendell played like an 8.5. Like, that's pretty much why. Like, it's not that big of a difference. I think Dominic is pretty. I'm pretty sure I made this list back then. That I think Dominic is the best non-winner, right? I think I had him ranked as the best. Well, I mean, as the most dominant non-winner. I don't remember if I had Russell higher or not. Obviously, again, I think Dominic's a much better player than Russell. But again, you can't deny that Russell's Samoa game was extremely dominant.
You wouldn't believe me if I told you the bounty on his head would have made you rich.
Yeah, okay. Like, I think the possibilities there. I think Dominic, Wendell, again, with Kellen and Michael being like kind of lower than that. With I don't know, who would be better, Kellen or Michael? I think probably. I think Michael's probably a better player than Kellen, right? I think Kellen's another one that I think there's possibilities that Kellen goes home pre-merge on any random season, while I don't really see Michael going home pre-merge in almost any season he ever plays. And I think both of them have around the same sort of chance of winning any random season. Ah, shit. Wait, what? Shit. Okay. That's cool. So that actually works. Ah, shit. Oh, fuck off. Okay, fine. Okay. Oh shit. Fuck. Oh, what? What? Oh my god, that happened super quickly. There we go. So, we'll Shane. There we go. Oh, Shane. So yeah, back to the survivor thing. Yeah, I think that's about... Oh, that was it? Another skill point.
It could have killed him, but didn't.
No, they have other plans.
Level
They're taking
18.
him to Gorgoroth.
Okay, so we're at the end of the episode. So that's that mission. Looks like this is the last mission for this quest line. So it's at 92%. Huh. Well, yeah, I feel like though we might as well do every mission that's in this area first. Okay, so we can do this now, right? Yeah, we can do this one now. See, I feel like we might as well clear out this area, so we'll do the Chosen next. We'll do that one in the next episode.
These chosen will stop at nothing to secure the Hydia for their master.
Oh, did I not do this? I didn't use the skill point yet. Okay, that's pretty good, actually. What are these other skills, anyway? Oh. Okay. Those aren't that great. Oh, well, we'll end here. Next episode, we'll go ahead and continue on. For now, I guess. Thank you for watching.